turntables, record players, wheels of steel, whatever you like to call them. Today I'm reviewing the FiiO TT13 fully automatic turntable. Let's get it. What's cracking, audio fans? David here from Prime Audio Reviews. This is the FiiO TT13 turntable. It comes in at a price of $249 US, which for a turntable is very entry level, it's very budget. So let's start off with a look at the exterior. We've got this aluminium chassis. It looks and feels really nice. It's got a lovely finish on it. Comes in two colors, this silver and a black variant as well. We've got 6 control buttons on the front, and at the back we've got our RCA output, AC in, and a balance knob. Don't worry about all that. I'll show B-roll, but I'm not going to get too technical on all that stuff. It is basically really simple to set up. You pull it out of the box and you'll be up and running in a few minutes. What you have to do, all you have to do really, is attach this platter, aluminium platter, and put this rubber band here around the pulley, and it comes with a little paper tie that it's so easy to do. You'll be up and running in a matter of minutes. Let's cover some of the features now. And look, first of all, fully automatic means that you can press a button like this, the tone arm will lift up, the platter will start spinning, moves across, moves down, the record is playing. It's as simple as that. And basically that just means that you don't have to use your shaky hands to move it, or you risk dropping the stylus and damaging both the stylus and the record. So that's pretty cool. And once it is playing, you can just press that start stop button again and it will do everything for you. Not only that, but this turntable has a repeat function, which is basically like a loop function. So when the stylus gets to the end of the record, it will automatically pick up, come back to the start, and start playing basically in a loop fashion for as long as you like. And if you want to go to a specific point on your record, you can use this up-down button here, which just lifts the tone arm, position it wherever you want, and put it down, and it will continue playing. So really awesome. I mean, the features that you get for $249, that is less than the price of a lot of dongle DACs, just to put it into perspective. Another great feature of this is it's a Bluetooth transmitter, so you can actually play records and listen wirelessly on your, if you got Bluetooth speakers or Bluetooth headphones. Basically, you just press this pairing button for a couple of seconds. You'll see the FiiO logo start to flash blue and red, which means it's in pairing mode. All you have to do is make sure your speakers or your headphones are in pairing mode and not connected to your phone or whatever, and it will pair itself up. Super easy. And one other pretty neat feature is the LED lighting here. There are 7 different colors to cycle through. You just short press on the power button, will cycle through all the various colors. And if you don't want the LED lights on, you can turn them off. There are also 3 different brightness levels to choose from. Let's talk a little bit about the hardware now. Now, the cartridge on here is an Audio-Technica AT3600LA. Now, that is a fairly budget, well, it is definitely a budget cartridge. It'll set you back about $30 or so, I think. And although it is a cheap cartridge, it is quite well regarded among, enthusiasts. So if at any time you need to replace the cartridge, like for example, styluses wear down over time, it depends how much you're going to use and play records, but it might last 6 months, it might last 2 years or even more before you need to replace the stylus. But when that happens, you can just pick a new one up for $30. It's a very simple matter of pulling this out and plugging the new one in. Not only that, but you can also upgrade to a better cartridge and get even better audio quality. But one thing to consider, and this is about as nerdy as I'm going to get in this review, the downforce on this stylus and tone arm is 3.5 grams, which happens to be perfect for this AT or Audio-Technica cartridge. You'll just have to double check if you want to upgrade or change the cartridge later. Just make sure that you're getting one that works in around that same area of downforce. So have I covered all the features and stuff? I think I have. That's pretty much it. It's not complicated. I'm just going to put that stylus down and let the record play. Actually, I'll put it at the end just so in a moment you'll see when the record finishes, it'll pick up the tone arm, come back to the start. This is not a brand new feature or anything, but it's just surprising to see it, not only just see it, but see it implemented as well as it is on a budget turntable like this. But let's talk about the sound now. Oh, and I did forget to mention one thing. The TT13 has a built-in phono preamp. If you don't understand what that means, it basically means you don't have to buy a little separate amplifier that goes between the turntable and your main amplifier or your speakers. It just simplifies things, it removes clutter, and it's not just a token implementation either. They've got a couple of really good op amps in there. So yeah, the preamp built in, that's a really neat feature as well. All right, let's talk about the sound. So like I said, a couple of things, there it goes. There are a few things that will affect the quality of the outcoming audio. First of all is the quality of the pressing. Different records have different quality pressings, but I'm guessing that most people who buy this will not be too concerned about that. You know, if people are hunting out the best pressing of a certain record, they're probably fairly deep into the game and they've probably got a fairly high-end turntable. Another thing is the quality of the preamp, and like I said, the op amps inside here are good quality Japanese components, so that's not an issue. And the last thing, as I mentioned, is the stylus and the cartridge, which can be upgraded or changed out. Okay, so when it comes to how the TT13 actually sounds, here's my take. To my ears, it really seems like FiiO was aiming for a pretty neutral kind of sound, which is not surprising to me in the least. That's the trend lately. The bass is there, it's nice and balanced, it's not boosted or anything, which I appreciate. And the highs, they're definitely detailed. You can hear the little things, the micro details, but there is a slight roll off up top, and that's not a bad thing at all. In fact, it keeps things nice and smooth. It's perfect for those long listening sessions, and if you've got sensitive speakers as well, having a little slightly bit of a rolled off treble can be a good thing, but of course it will depend on what you've got down the audio chain as well. The mid-range is really nice. It feels really spacious. Instruments and vocals come out clearly. They're nice and articulated. It's not all just detail and precision though. There is a nice bit of warmth in there, so it's not a really analytical sound, but I will say it is fairly transparent and uncolored, which for the most part is what you want. So it doesn't sound too clinical or cold. It still sounds natural, you know what I mean? And for the price, I think the amount of detail and the quality of the mid-range is honestly pretty impressive. Now, is this turntable going to blow you away with massive dynamics? Probably not, but honestly, for what it costs, I think it holds its own pretty well, really well. In fact, it can handle those shifts from quiet to loud pretty well. It creates a nice wide soundstage. Look, let's be real here. It's not going to compete with those crazy expensive high-end turntables, but for anyone looking for a solid, affordable turntable that just sounds good straight out of the box, I think the TT13 really delivers. I doubt many people would be disappointed with what it offers, especially considering that $249 price point. So to sum it up, look, I think FiiO's first turntable, they haven't just slapped it together. This is a very well thought out product. They've really put in the research into this. For the price, you get a ton of features that make the whole setup really easy. The fully automatic tone arm, the Bluetooth streaming, and really you're getting, it does sound really, really nice. Of course, it's not going to compete on a sort of resolution or detail level with high resolution digital audio, but that's not really the point. There is a process about playing a record. Like, you've got to carefully take it out of the box and out of the sleeve and put it on, and be careful not to scratch it. And it's a process. It's a physical routine. It's like a ritual almost. It puts you in touch physically with the music. There's something very special about it. If you haven't tried playing with a record player before, you might be able to imagine what it's like, but it's definitely a different experience. And it's something that I missed for a long time, because this is the first turntable I've had for a very, very long time, since I gave up my Technics SL1200s years and years ago. So if you have been wanting to get in on the vinyl game, try it out. This is a great starting point. Or if you've got a few old records sitting around, you want to blow the dust off and, you know, relive some of that old vinyl, this is perfect for that. And I think for the money, there can't be a better turntable. With that said, it's time to wrap it up. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, Par Family audiophile style. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you want to support the channel and help me continue making this content like this, check out the Patreon link or the, you know, whatever it is, YouTube thing down below. And yeah, that would be much appreciated. But until next time, I'll see you later.